It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Dolphins and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Let's go. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 126 yards, and a trip to the end zone as well.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this: he's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number, really signifies that you've had a big year.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Tua to throw again. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On first down, Tagovailoa. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
To throw again on second down. Tua, throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. The handoff, it's Eckler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is third and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns with 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Faking the give. Now Watson. Man open. That's Anthony Schwartz. And out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. From just shy of midfield, Watson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Here's Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Watson off play action. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Here's Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing.
I
love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. Open man here. Schwartz complete. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Our score after one here on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Tua. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Gets this one to Hill. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Ross. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Tua to try again on 2nd down. On the screen, this is Eckler. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. through the air first. Maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 27, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Chubb on the counter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. To his throw here, taken in by Gesicki. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Caught by Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And going deep for Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Watson's throw there into the hands of Ross. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Davis Mills sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. They go with Chubb on second down, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On 1st and 10, Watson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Schwartz. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Again, it's Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Watson now to throw.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz,
his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have retaken the lead.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. "39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
To throw is Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
That's interference.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Here's Watson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Looking to throw. Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
Miami set to take over.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A give. This is Chubb. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Browns on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second-guessing. You try to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Watson on first down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7.
A run for Nick Chubb. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is Ross, complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Could just sit on it here. Could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So first and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Chubb. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Watson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Tua. And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
They'll come up now on second and a yard. Tagovailoa.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game.
Tua to throw. He's got Eckler.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Here's Tua. Into the secondary, past the 40.
And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here pulled in by Bowden.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Deshaun Watson in the offense, down by a field goal, 54 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Watson.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Watson.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Let's go.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Watson.
Able to get away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but